I'm Alan Guskin, and I served in Thailand I was in the Peace Corps from October 1961 to April 1964. I was trained at the University of Michigan, and then went to Thailand January 1962, and then served about 27 months in country. We flew, in those days you had to stop in Hawaii, and in fact Judy got a little sick on the plane. We had eaten something the day before, and some abalone, and she'd taken off the plane with I think in a wheelchair, but she was okay. And then we went from there. I think we stopped in Guam, and then stopped in probably Tokyo, and then Bangkok. It's a long trip. And embarrassed the Peace Corps a little bit, because we got off the plane in Bangkok, all of us having cameras and radios that we bought we stopped in Hong Kong, not Tokyo. So we all bought all these things. It was kind of funny. And we come off the plane, and everybody, these Peace Corps people who, the Peace Corps staff they think we're gonna really be these heroes, these volunteers who are, gonna really be very careful how we live. We come in with all this paraphernalia that we bought inexpensively in Hong Kong. I think it drove them crazy. Anyway, but we got off the plane, and there was one guy, I think it was Art Crisfield. I don't know why I remember that. Anyway, there are a number of the volunteers who spoke Thai exceptionally well. They just had a tremendous facility. And so one of the volunteers, I thought it was Art Crisfield, came off the plane, and there's a wonderful picture in the Bangkok Post, and he spoke in Thai, saying how happy we were to be here, and the Prime Minister was there, meeting the first group to Thailand, and the Prime Minister's got his hand out to shake Art's hand, and Art's sort of like this in a Y, very respectful Y, very deep like that, which is a Thai way of greeting somebody of higher status. And that's a funny picture, the Prime Minister like this, the Peace Corps volunteer like that. Kind of cute. So anyway, and we were wined and dined. I mean, the first week, 10 days, wined and dined. I mean, every minister, Minister of Economic and Social Development, the Minister of Education, I don't know how many others, gave us parties. And all the big people of Thailand, the big officials would come out to that. I was supposed to be part of the university group, but for some reason, at the end of training, they assigned me and Judy, of course, to the teacher training college at Chiang Mai, which is the northern part of the country. And it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country. But they originally had told the people at the Faculty of Education at Chulalongkorn University that I was going to come there, and they wanted to create the first master's degree program in educational psychology, and I had 3 years of graduate education, so they viewed me as somebody who could help them do that. And then all of a sudden, I was going to Chiang Mai. Well, there was a party at the Minister of Development compound, and the person who was supposed to be my supervisor at the Faculty of Education at Chulalongkorn University got a PhD at Stanford, and Dr. Sarang Kawatrakun. And she actually, and I met her at this party, and she said, "I thought you weren't coming." And so she found that I was coming, and of course she remembered, and she said, "You stay here." She went over to the Minister of Development, and the Minister of Development grabbed onto the Peace Corps director, and they reassigned me in that party in like 15 to 20 minutes from Chiang Mai to Bangkok and Chulalongkorn University. And Judy then was reassigned to the English department of Faculty of Education. And so there I was, training. Basically, I taught psychology, experience to teach, because there weren't any, I taught in English, and the students asked questions in Thai, and that's the way we communicated back and forth. Go there was when Kennedy was killed, and that was, we were in Thailand then, so.
You remember that, the experience of that?
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Well, it was very difficult. We found out from a Chinese pharmacist who didn't speak Thai very well, didn't speak English, who told us something like that. Kennedy is a president. We didn't fully understand what he had said. We went home, and there was a graduate student who was living with us, and he then told us what had happened, and then we just decided to go to the American section and meet with other Americans, and but it was very difficult, and Thais were very mournful, and wore mourning clothes, and came up to us and offered their condolences, and so it was, we were in a way on two big events. The other was the Cuban Missile Crisis. We were in Kuala Lumpur on a trip in Malaysia, read in the newspapers. Holy mackerel! We thought there was going to be a war over that, and that was a very scary time because we had no way of communicating with our parents or family, because those days it was very difficult to call, and so I remember that was very difficult. Pick up a newspaper in Kuala Lumpur in English and seeing that the Cuban Missile Crisis was going on. Wow. Anyway, because it changed every volunteer, it just totally transformed us, who we were. It was the ultimate learning experience. And Harris Rufford always called it, the Peace Corps was a university in dispersion. And that's my career, basically. I would not have been a university leader without having been to Thailand. It transformed me from I was always a leader, as I said before, but I didn't have the confidence, intellectual confidence, and the strength that I gained from the experience in Thailand. When I came back, I was a different person than when I left, and nothing fazed me. So I was able to take risks way beyond. I always took some risks, but the sense of being able to do things and to make a difference was so powerful as a result of the Peace Corps experience.